I'm going to give you my family recipe. My family, my father's mother was Spanish. So maybe this is something people make in Spain. Maybe it's just my family. I don't know. I get the indication that it was kind of a, these are the things we have. We're going to make it into a meal type meal. I make those a lot. I call them desperation meals usually. Anyway, this one is called Sopas Lloreno. And I know what sopas is, but I don't know what the Lloreno is. I don't know if it's a person's name or just, I don't speak Spanish, so I don't know. Anyway, so first off, you start with chunks of meat. You can technically use any kind of meat, but I prefer either venison or beef stew meat. Cut it up into chunks, brown it on all sides, put it in a pot with a bunch of beef broth. And then in that beef broth, you're also going to put garbanzo beans and cook those until they're nice and creamy and the meat's all tender and falling apart and everything. And in that same pot with all of those things, you cook your pasta, you cook your vermicelli in there. And then over here on the other side, you have an omelet. And this omelet is not like an eggy omelet. It's a 1-to-1 ratio of stale bread to egg with, you know, salt, pepper, garlic, a lot of parsley. And you cook it in butter and you make this omelet. And if you do it real right, it's going to be, you know, thick. And so you cook your omelet low and slow so you don't burn it, because it's hard to do without burning it. Your inside's raw and your outside's burned, you messed it up. So then you take the omelet and put it into the broth so it soaks up all that broth, which does really well because it's you know, it's half bread. And it's so good. All of the flavors are very familiar. There's nothing crazy in there, like, I don't know what this is. So it's very familiar to people who have never had it. I've served it to a lot of people outside of my family, and they all love it. They're just like, well, this is really good. I've never thought of cooking spaghetti in beef broth. And I'm like, well, you should, because it's really good. Maybe I'll make a video of me making it if I think of it and I'm in the mood. But anyway, yeah, really good. Sopas Lloreno. Give it a try. It's really easy. Really cheap. I get the impression it was one of those desperation meals that, like, you could use this kind of pasta or that kind of pasta or whatever. Anyway, give it a try. It's delicious.